Hello, hello. Oh, interesting. Well, that's me.
That is the one and only Michael. So what if the world is more like X-Men than we thought? In fact, I see a number of mutants in this audience. I'm Danielle, and this is Michael. And we've been building decentralized schools for the gifted for 15 years.
In 2010, with Peter Thiel, we co-founded the Thiel Fellowship, the world's first grant program for mutants. It was a $100,000 grant awarded to 20 people a year with two conditions. You had to be 19 and under to apply, and you had to drop out of school.
Today, the Thiel Fellowship is known as one of the greatest startup accelerators. We worked with people like Vitalik Buterin to start Ethereum, Dylan Field to start Figma, which IPO'd a couple months ago, Laura Deming to launch her longevity funds, and Ritesh to launch Oyo Rooms. And it turns out today that the #1 indicator of becoming a billionaire is having been a Thiel Fellow.
But the experts hated us on that last performance slide. Remember that we were operating under constraints. You had to be 19 and under. If you're Y Combinator, you can take anyone in the world. But you know, the haters, they dumped on us right away. My favorite is Larry Summers, president of Harvard, Treasury Secretary, said we were the most misdirected philanthropy of the decade.
Now, sadly, college is still doing what college does, putting people in massive debt. Right now, student debt is at $1.7 trillion.
So while the world sleepwalks into debt servitude, we decided to start a VC fund to short the higher education bubble. We're 1517. That's named after the year Martin Luther nailed his theses to the church door. He was protesting the sale of indulgences. These were pieces of paper that the church was selling and you could get out of hell. Well, we feel like the diploma is the modern indulgence, a piece of paper that the establishment is selling, telling you it's the only way to save yourself from hell. Well, we think it was bullshit then, and it's bullshit now. Our fund to date has invested in many companies. Two that stand out are Loom and Luminar, founded by dropouts. On $18 million invested, we have returned $219 million to our investors. We have a company, Lambda Labs, that will probably go public next year. That'll bring our total somewhere close to $1 billion or more that we will have returned to our investors, pursuing our thesis.
Thank you. With 1517, we sometimes call it Fellowship 2.0. It is our way of scaling that previous work, but we also knew it's time to start going younger and earlier with makers. So even now, as a venture capital fund, we run programs for young people like a teen camp out of San Francisco, which we're actually returning to after this conference and hosting this next week.
So, do you need to spend $400,000 and 4 years of your time to take all these course requirements to get to the frontier of knowledge and science and technology? Our work shows the answer is no.
So, if you're a mutant, we want to hear from you at 1517 if you're a maker or a founder.
And if you're an investor and you want to short the higher education bubble, you know where to find us.
Thank you.
All right. Well.